This is my travel gig on Fiverr. It has 3 packages and someone just bought the standard package of 16,000 rupees. What's included? 30 minutes of footage, a 5-minute edit and motion graphics. But the client only wants a 60 to 90 seconds video. So I said sure, I'll include sound design and color grading too. Because I'm nice like that. But there's just one catch. I had 5 days to deliver it, but I wasted the first 4. So now I've got exactly 24 hours to create a premium travel edit. Let's get started. So this is the brief that client sent. Could you help me create a 60 to 90 second cinematic video? I need editing, color grading and transition skills to bring it to life. He has shared a Google photo album with me, which I have already downloaded. And he's looking for smooth transitions, clean cinematic color grade, sound design and mixing, motion graphics if it fits, and some stock clips. So I went to some stock website and also on YouTube to find some cool clips from Iceland, and we'll mix it up with some of the content provided by the clients. The final output should be in full HD or 4K, export for Instagram and YouTube. Yep, sounds good. So we'll start with opening Premiere Pro. So first we'll start with creating the sequence. So I've downloaded a music track from NCS that we'll be using. So usually I do assembly and then select the music. But for this one, since music was already there, we'll edit the audio track so that it's around 60 to 90 seconds. So yeah, let's do that first. I'll make a sequence of 1920 by 1080 and frame rate would be 24 is also fine and 30 is also fine, but we'll go with 24 and we'll press OK. So now what I have done is, in the starting I want to overlay 2 vocals so it will create a good atmospheric effect in the starting. I want to add some reverb on the one of the vocals so that it echoes. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll select the track and then we'll go to Windows and Audio Track Mixer, and I've already placed that part of the vocal on A6. So we'll go to A6 and then apply the effect, which is called reverb, studio reverb. Click on the effect and take the decay to 10,000. So the total duration of the track is 1 minute 15 seconds. In the starting we'll create very quick effect with a lot of clips. So as you know, the attention span of people is not that much, so you wanna add like cool effects in the starting. For this one I wanted to see how many clips we would need to source from outside. I see the client has sent 95 items in which a lot of them are stock clips already, but because I'm planning a very fast edit and I see a lot of clips are repeated, I just wanted to see how many clips I would need to source from YouTube or other stock websites. So now that being said, we'll start with the assembly and see what kind of clips client has and then create the rough edit. Okay, few updates. I'm done with the assembly of the clips which were like sent by the client, and I have labeled them differently. So the clips in purple are the drone shots or stock clips, and the normal blue color clip are the clips sent by client. Initial impressions is that the clips are good, but they are usually stable, shot on tripod without much movement. So what I thought is I'll go to YouTube and source some clips, some more drone clips and clips similar to what the client already has, and then we'll mix them up. So I'll do that right now. In other news, we got coffee now. Let's go.
Nice.
So I got this 1 hour drone clip of Iceland which has like really cool shots. So I'll get like couple of them from here. And I also got a FPV drone shot which is like really cool. I think I'll use this for title in the starting. So another thing that I'll do is all the clips that I'm using from YouTube, I'll just label them in a different color, so maybe yellow, so I know that these are the clips that I got from YouTube, and I don't want to use too many of them. So I don't want the client to think like all we have used are the clips that he did not send. So we'll try to do a 70 to 30% ratio, which is 70% of clips sent by clients and the 30% can be sourced from YouTube. Yep, so I'll go ahead and finish the assembly on the remaining clips and then we'll start the rough edit. For example, this is a place our client went to and I saw some similar clips which were taken by the client, so we can like use couple of these and then we can mix them up in the edit nicely. Okay, I'm done with the assembly. Now I have labeled the colors on all the clips. Now what the idea is, we'll have a very fast montage in the start of the after the opening shot, and then we'll have the title around 5 to 10 seconds, and then we'll do a slow build up with the diving shots and traveling shots, and then from the beat we'll have the best shots that we have. We'll try to create some cool transitions and effects, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm done with the rough edit. We start with the drone shot, and then I've left some spaces for a quick, very fast paced montage in the first 5 seconds. After that, we go with a really nice FPV shot where we'll add the title. Then we have all the car shots for the build up. Then we have this really cool eye shot which I want to transition into this volcano shot, and then after that we have a lot of landscape shots. Right now I feel like the edit is slightly slow paced, so I went again to stock websites and downloaded some more clips. But we'll start with creating the intro montage. So for that, first we have this opening shot, and here I'll add this shot of a bird. Now I think because this shot is very high contrast, I think a Luma fade transition will look really good on this. So to create that, we'll go to effects and we'll go to gradient wipe. We'll go to effects control, click on the gradient wipe, and then set a keyframe for transition completion to 100% in the start, and around midpoint we'll change it to 0. So this is what it looks like right now, but we want to invert it, so it will look like this, which creates a really cool effect. After that, we'll create a very fast zoom out effect with a lot of shots. So to do that, we'll go to the addition clips, and then starting with this one, we'll take 5 frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll take 5 frames from all the shots. Since we have around 2 seconds here, we can take some shots from client list also. I think I'll need around 5 more shots, so we'll just take it from the source. We just have space for 1 more shot. Now what we'll do is we'll select the first shot and go to effects, go to transform, then we'll drop transform on the first clip, go to scale and keyframe, change it to 200, and then on the last frame we'll make it 100. Okay, now first frame will add ease in, and we'll add ease out on the last frame, and we'll change the shutter angle to 200. We'll copy this and paste it on all the remaining clips. Next, what I want to do is I want to add a title on this scene. So to do that, we'll select both of these clips along with the song and right click and click on replace with After Effects composition. So we'll select the main clip and go to effects and go to track camera, 3D camera tracker, and then drop it on the video. So the idea is to add 2 text. First is welcome to, which can be tagged on the ground, and then Iceland, which can be a little above. So the tracking is done. What we'll do is around this point I want welcome to text, so I'll select the points here and then right click and click on create null and camera. So this will create a point which is tagged on the ground, as you can see, right? What we'll do now is we'll create a text, welcome to. This looks good. Very important, this anchor point should be in the center, or else if you see right now, if I rotate it, it will rotate from this point. We don't want that to happen, so instead of that we'll click Y, and using Y we can change the anchor point to center. And now let's say if I rotate it now, it will rotate from center, which is very important when you're working with motion graphics. Now once this is done, what I'll do is I'll click on the layer and then right click and convert it into a 3D layer. So it will look like this, and I will parent it to the null so that it will follow the position of the null. Now this is way too ahead, so what I'll do is I'll select and move it along the Z axis so it's behind, and fix the perspective so it looks like it's on the ground. Next, what we can do is we can add some animation to it. So we'll just go to effects and then go to 3D, and these are all the 3D text animations that are there. We'll try 3D spiral rotate in by line, and we'll drop it. And now if I press U, I can see the keyframes. This is good. I'll just move it towards this direction, towards left, so it comes in already by the time camera goes in. A little more. This looks really good. Now next thing that I want to do is we'll turn on the motion blur. Next I want text for Iceland, so what we'll do is we'll duplicate it, Control D, and the next text of course will come afterwards, and we'll move it behind. Now I have adjusted the position in a way so that it looks like the camera goes through, like the camera goes inside the A. This looks like really good. We'll also add animation to the Iceland text. I think the same one looks really cool. I'll just add the same 3D spiral and just fix the perspective a little. Okay, this looks good. Now we'll go back to Premiere Pro. Okay, so now we are almost around 4 hours into the edit, and we are already done with the rough edit, and we have also added some effects already. So I want to wrap this up in the next 3 hours maximum. I'm taking slightly more time because of recording along with it, but yeah, I don't want to miss the deadline. So yeah, we have like 3 hours to finish the remaining effects, add speed ramps, do sound design and color correction and color grading. So yeah, first what I want to do is in the opening scene where we have this, here I want to mask the next clip, so when it crosses the camera, the next clip should be inside the A. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll open this After Effects composition. So now what you'll do is we'll select that clip which you want, and then we'll mask it inside the A. So to do that, we'll just select the clip, zoom in, and I'll just create a mask here. So it will look something like this. So if we see it, it will look something like this. So I want it inside the A. Now we would have to animate the mask. Now to do that, we'll open the mask and click on the keyframe here, and then we'll go back to first frame and we'll adjust the mask. So we'll just make it small. So I'll move the mask here, so the moment A comes in, the mask is already there, and then we zoom in. Yep, this looks good. So this is how it looks. The Iceland comes in, and inside the A we have already added the other clip and masked it, and once the camera goes through it, we already come on the next clip, which creates a really cool effect. Yep, I'm happy with this. We'll go back to Premiere Pro now. I think we can add another clip here and add Luma fade in that one also, which will, I think, look good. Next, there are these two clips, and here I want to do a eye zoom. To do that, we'll select the main clip. So we'll start the eye zoom at this point, and there's a beat drop around here. So at this point we want a transition to happen. Now what I want to do is I want to play the clip already inside the eye, and then we'll zoom into it. To do that, we would have to create a mask. So at this point we'll select pen tool and create a mask like this. Then we'll go and click on invert mask. We'll create mask path so it tracks the eye. So we'll adjust the mask here. So now the mask is roughly tracking the eye, which works. Then what we'll do is we'll select the mask and we'll add feather to it, and we'll reduce the mask expansion so it's inside towards the inside. Now at this point I want the camera or the eye to come close to the screen so that we can transition on the next clip. So to do that, we'll select the clip, position and scale, and also we'll change the anchor point so it's on the eye. So this looks good already. What I've done is I have masked the clip inside the eye, and then I have added keyframes, and then I made the animation a little bit smoother by adding ease in keyframe. Then I added keyframes and right click and made them ease in, and move this handle towards the right side, which means the animation starts slow and then it goes very fast. I think this looks good now. Once we add sound effects, it will all come together. Next, I'll go ahead and clean up the rest of the edit, as I have roughly placed some clips right now. Add speed ramps and some camera movements, and after that we'll go ahead with sound effects, some transitions, and finish the edit. Okay, Okay, so I have done few more things. First, I have added cinemascope, which opens like this on the opening shot. Second, I've added zoom ins on the shots, slow zoom out, zoom ins, so it feels a little more dynamic. After that, I have added speed ramps between the shots with the same movement. Then on the main beat, there's a really cool drone shot which goes over the eyes, and I had a similar shot of lava. So what I did is I added speed ramps between both of them, and then I created the same Luma fade effect using gradient vibe, and I also flipped this shot because it was in the other direction. Yep. So now we are almost done. Next we'll color correct and we'll make sure all the shots, since we have used clips from YouTube, we have used some stock clips, we have also used some of the clips shot by the client, so the color difference is a lot right now. So what we'll do is we'll color correct and try to make sure color temperature, white balance and saturation levels are equal in everything, and then we'll add a color alert over that. So I'll go ahead and quickly do that. So especially for the clips shot by the client, you can see a big difference between the stock clips that we are using and the client's clip. So we'll basically increase the contrast and then bring down the shadows a little. So yeah, we are going for a little punchy look so that when we apply the color alert, it looks good. So now I am done with the color correction. Next we'll add a color alert. So we'll just create an adjustment layer and then add a color alert to it. So I've added a color alert and I have changed the opacity to 30%. It's an orange and teal alert, so it already creates a really good look. I'm happy with it. And next we'll add transitions, and the last thing we'll do sound design. So for transitions, I have downloaded some transition packs. So we'll add couple of movement transitions, which is zoom in, zoom outs, and we'll add some light leaks and some film transitions. So inside the zoom in montage, we can also add couple of I think film transition and light leaks. I have downloaded that too, so I'll just import that. Now we'll go ahead and start the sound design, which is very important in any travel vlog. Like, it's like half of the experience. So I'll label all the sound effects in different colors so that you know roughly what is going on. So we'll change the color of the music track. So we'll change the color of music track to violet. Now I'll start with adding transition sound effects. So basically whoosh and then risers. So I'll add that in the first go. Okay, so everything that you see in green are the risers, impact sounds and whoosh, which we usually use just for transitions. Now I'll start adding ambient sound, which is basically the birds, the wind, waterfall noise, water noise, things like that. Okay, I'm done with everything. So this is what the timeline looks like right now. Once again, everything in purple, all the purple that you see on the track is like the music track. After that, all the green are transition sound effects. So basically hits, whoosh, impact sounds, and then all the red that you see are the ambient sound. For example, raindrop, water, car going by, wind, birds, etc, etc. So this looks good. So total we have spent around 7 hours on this project, and yeah, it's ready. Before I show you the final output, I want to say that me and my team, we have completed total 2000 such projects that you see right now, and we work on all sorts of video editing projects, from travel vlogs, weddings, social media videos, etc, etc. So if you're someone who wants to know how to get clients like this, if you're someone who has the skill and doesn't know how to present themselves, or if you're someone who just wants to make some side income by working with international clients, then make sure you check out my Fiverr course. I'll add the link in the description. That being said, here's the final output.
For the final gate
client approved the video after just one round of revisions and even tipped an extra $20 in exchange for the source file, which honestly felt like a win-win. So in total, I made $200 on this project. Fiverr took their 20% cut and I walked away with $160, which is about 13,790 rupees for about 7 hours of work. Let me know in the comments if you think it was worth it or not. And if you want to learn how to get freelance clients like this one, check the Fiverr course. Link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe.